Isaac Newton. He came up with 3 laws of motion. We've talked about some of these before in previous episodes, and we're going to talk about his second law of motion. Now, second law of motion states that the strength of a force is equal to the amount of mass involved multiplied by any acceleration applied to it. That sounds a little complicated, but I have a simple demonstration to show you how this works. I have 2 objects. One is red and one is yellow, and that's neither here nor there. But this one is heavier, and you're going to have to take my word for it. I've got something inside the red ball, which does make it a bit heavier, and there's nothing inside the yellow ball. So I have 2 different masses, a heavier one and a lighter one. And I draw your attention to our high-powered air cannons, which I have here on the stage. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and move these, accelerate these objects across the stage, using exactly the same amount of force. So I'm going to put one of our objects, the heavier one, here, and our lighter object here. The force is going to be exactly the same behind each object. So I'd ask you, which one do you think would go faster and farther? Again, the force is the same, but our objects have different masses. If we look at that second law of motion, it says the strength of a force is equal to the amount of mass involved multiplied by the acceleration. I don't want to give anything away, but let's actually try this. Now, I've done something a little risky here, which is I'm pointing them at Parnelli, who delivers our programs here, has graciously accepted the job of tester for this. I've loaded him up, and we're going to fire these directly at Parnelli, and he's going to see which one is going to travel faster and farther. You okay with this? You're good? Good, because your contract says you're allowed to do this. So we're going to arm our system. We're going to put in some air pressure, so there's enough to, that should be more than enough. And we're going to do a quick countdown and fire these at our brave volunteer and see which one is going to travel faster and farther. All right, we're going to go 3, 2, 1, and... Could you tell which one was going faster and farther?
I had my eyes closed.
I did notice that you had your eyes closed, but I can tell you without a doubt the yellow one, the lighter one, was going faster and farther. So, what did we have? The yellow one. The yellow one went faster and farther than the red one because, of course, it's lighter. It takes less force to move something that's lighter. Now, not only do we see this in rockets, you want to have a nice light rocket to go into space, you actually see this in everyday life. With the price of gas going up, you'll notice people are trading in their heavy trucks for lighter cars because it takes less force to move that lighter object. So again, something that we're going to be seeing a lot more of. If that price of fuel keeps increasing, we want to try and find a really efficient way of moving ourselves around. For the Express, here at the H.R. McMillan Space Center, I'm Cam Cronin. Thanks again, Parnelli.